Hi, Vita friends. My name is Daniel Mapes, and I have been a power yoga instructor for about 5 years now. I used to um, teach and manage a studio at Core Power Yoga back in Colorado, and had the opportunity, not only to be teaching there, but to lead teacher training programs and workshops and different kinds of facilitations that really help me deepen into my teaching practice. And I moved to the DC area just about a month ago, joined Vita per lots of recommendations from friends in the area, and I feel like it would be a fantastic opportunity not only for me to get face to face a bit more with the members at Vita, but also to build community there in a way that is really familiar and exciting to me. And so today I am going to walk you through parts of a class that is pretty on brand for me. I prefer to do a bit of a slow burn, if you will. I believe that the familiar and somewhat more basic postures that we experience in a yoga class have the deepest benefits. And so when I teach, unless it is a posture that is pretty unfamiliar to a large group of students, I am not practicing with the students, but actually walking around the room, observing their alignment, offering hands-on adjustments and assists. So what we're doing today won't be exactly what it looks like when I teach, but since I don't really have any bodies for demonstration, I'd like to show you what we're doing. So I will take us through the setup of a sun bee on the right side and a flow of it as well. We'll skip the left side for time's sake, and then I'll also take us into a standing series. Of course, starting the class out with an integration, a little bit of intention setting, as well as a quick sun A. So with that, I'll go ahead and put my music on and we can get started. Okay, so generally really like to open class with a reminder to students that the intention of coming to the mat is not necessarily about any of the postures that we do. The real challenge is activating intentional breath that grounds you to your body, helps you evaluate what your body needs on that particular day, and then listening to that communication from the body and really challenging yourself to move at a pace that feels accessible, modifying as needed, but also working into a growth edge. Whatever that looks like on the mat today is going to be different from the last time on the mat and nothing like the next time on the mat. And so I'll give plenty of reminders as we move throughout class to tap back into the breath, to do that full body scan, and to see what the body has to offer in this particular practice. And so with that, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll actually have us lay down on our bellies, and my belief here, we won't always start this way, but my belief with starting on the belly is that as we let the hands down by the sides and drop either ear to the mat, we have the ability to tap into Ujjayi breath a little bit deeper because we can feel our bellies fill up on the inhale. So we'll do about several rounds of breath on each side for today, just maybe a couple. And to build into that breath, we'll take a full inhale through the nose, about a 4 to 6 count inhale. And a full and equal exhale out the nose, just gently constricting the back of the throat to texturize the breath. It'll sound a little something like we'll have students, again, take about 3 or 4 rounds of breath on each side before just gently turning the neck on over to the other side. Always the option to place hands under your shoulders to take a little pressure out of the neck. Full breath in. And a full breath out. And then as you turn your chin to center, hands under your shoulders, draw your elbows down by your lowest ribs. Zip your legs together and rest your forehead on the mat. Take a full breath out. And inhale, cobra pose. Just gently lifting the chest, removing weight from the fingertips to activate the low back muscles. Breath in. Exhale, lower down, and we'll take 2 more. Just rippling the spine gently. Inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, lower down. Let's take 1 more breath in, cobra pose. And exhale, lower on down. And then make your way on up to tabletop. So stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. You can take a little bit of organic movement here. So maybe it's wagging the tail, rolling the neck out. You can even flip one hand over at a time to just gently massage the wrist creases. My personal favorite, C curves, looking over either shoulder, bringing the hip in towards your gaze. Staying with the breath in and out the nose. We'll start to move together. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, the heart, the shoulders. And exhale, cat, curl and round. Send your gaze towards your navel. Really ripple slowly here. 2 more. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, cat, squeeze it out. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat, squeeze it out. And from here, we'll start to add just a little bit more movement. Inhale your left leg up and back. You can take a couple moments to open and close the hips. So turning the toes up and turning the toes down to level the hips. From here, press down firmly through your right hand. You're going to stack your hips, and on the inhale breath, open arm twist. Send your left hand high. It's okay to wobble a little bit really early on for this balancing. Reach your fingertips toward the front of your mat. Breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Just turning on the hips and the glutes a little bit. We'll do 2 more. Full breath in, extend. Exhale, squeeze it on through. 1 more time, breath in. Big exhale. Good. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, tabletop. Take a full breath in. And exhale, high plank. Step back and hold. Just a couple moments to feel the full length of your body, pressing out through your heels and the crown of your head. Drop your chin ever so slightly to elongate the back line of your neck. Another full breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, send your hips up and back. You can take a couple moments here to pedal out. I'll always encourage you to bend your knees a little bit more than you think you should. This is going to help tilt the hips a little bit more. And then energetically spiral your thumbs toward the front of your mat to help open the space between your shoulders. You can kind of let your head sink into that space. And we'll add just a little bit of movement here to turn on the arms and work the spine a bit. Inhale up to your toes. Exhale, hover your knees about 2 inches above the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take that 2 more times. Inhale, toes. Exhale, hover. Inhale, high plank. Keep the hands glued. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Inhale, toes. Exhale, hover. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And gently follow your exhale to the top of your mat for ragdoll. It's a nice deep forward fold. You can bend your knees so much so that your belly rests towards your thighs. And then option to interlace your fingertips to opposite elbows to make a little basket for your head. And as you shift a little more weight into the toes, your head can hang a little bit heavier, which for a lot of us feels really, really nice after a long day of probably being glued to a computer screen, just kind of folding into self here. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, release your hands. Gently heel toe your feet toward touching. They don't have to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands either to your shins or above your knees. We're working to find a neutral spine here, so shoulders in line with the hips. Again, drop the chin to soften the neck. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. And as slowly as you can, ripple the spine. Inhale on up to mountain pose. And from our mountain pose here, you're going to plant down firmly through all four corners of each foot. And then as you rotate your pinkies inward, start to traction your shoulders down your back. This is going to engage the space between your shoulder blades, give you a little bit of a lift in the chest. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Good. We'll work into the shoulders quite a good bit today with some twisting. So we'll warm them up here. Breath in.